Good morning, all of you. This is my ninth lecture on engineering mechanics subject. This subject is common for first BTech, second SEM, civil and mechanical students. In this session, I am going to explain about these two problems. Okay, how to determine the magnitude and the direction and position of a resultant. I will explain about these two problems. Okay. Before going to the problems, first you have to know the fundamental, that is the sign conversions. Okay, these are the important sign conversions. For right side direction, positive sign. For left side direction, negative sign. For upward direction, positive sign. For downward direction, negative sign. For clockwise direction, negative sign. For anti-clockwise direction, you have to consider positive sign. These are the important sign conversions for mechanics subject. Okay. By using these six conversions, you have to solve the problem. Okay. This is the given question. A system of parallel forces are acting on a rigid bar as shown in figure. Determine the magnitude, direction, and position of the resultant about point A. Okay. So this is the rigid bar. Here 100 newtons force acting on the point A. Okay. Here this is the point B. F2 is the force acting on the point B. F2 equals 60 newtons and F3 equal to 50 newtons at a distance of 2.5 meters from point A. F4 force F4 equal to 80 newtons acting at a distance of 4 meters from point A. Okay. So here this is the given diagram. Now you have to find out the magnitude, direction, and position of the resultant force with respect to the point A. Okay, with respect to the point A, you have to find out the position of a resultant about point A. Okay, these are the important conversions to determine the resultant. Okay. Now, first of all, you have to add all horizontal forces. Okay. Here you can observe there is no horizontal force in the given diagram. Okay, there are no horizontal forces. So sum of all horizontal forces Fx equal to 0. Okay, there is no horizontal force. That's why I consider Fx equal to 0. Okay, now you have to add all vertical forces along the y-axis. So sum of all vertical forces equal to, you have to consider upward direction positive sign, for downward direction negative sign. So here minus 100 newtons for downward direction, plus 60 for upward direction, plus 50 plus upward direction, minus 80 for downward direction. Okay, these are the magnitudes. Now this is the Fy force. Fy equal to minus 70 newtons. Okay, sum of all vertical forces equal to minus 70 newtons. Already we know the formula. Magnitude of a resultant equal to square root of Fx square plus y square. That is horizontal forces square plus vertical forces square. Okay, substitute the values of Fx and Fy in this equation. You can get the value of magnitude of a resultant. Here the answer is 70 newtons. So this is magnitude of a resultant. 70 newtons is the magnitude of a resultant. Okay, now you have to find out the direction of a resultant. Already we know the formula for direction of the resultant. Theta x equal to tan inverse of sum of all vertical forces divided by sum of all horizontal forces. Tan inverse of minus 70 by 0, anything by 0, infinity. So tan 90 degrees equal to infinity. So theta x equal to 90 degrees. So this is the direction of the resultant. That means resultant lies in y-axis. Okay, 90 degrees means the resultant force lies in y-axis, and it is in upward, it is in downward direction. Okay, yeah, the negative sign means downward direction. So resultant also lies in vertical axis and acting downward direction. Now this is the position of the resultant. Okay, here resultant, we got a resultant value 70 newtons and Fy value minus 70. Okay, minus indication, minus sign indicates downward direction. So that's why I consider resultant force in downward direction. Now you have to find out the position of the resultant. Okay, for determine the position of resultant, first you have to find out the individual moments about point A. Okay, about point A. Already we know the formula for moment of force. These are the sign conversions for clockwise and anti-clockwise moments. So moment of force equal to force into perpendicular distance about point A. Moment of force about point A equal to force into perpendicular distance about point A. Okay, here there are 5 forces acting on the bar. 4 are the individual forces and 1 is the resultant force. So first, the moment of force F1 equal about point A. The moment of force F1 about point A equal to force into distance. Here the distance is 0 because this F1 force lies on the same point. Okay, there is no perpendicular distance. That's why you have to consider 0 distance. So moment of force 100 newtons force equal to 0. And similar way, moment of force 60 newtons about point A. About point A equal to 60 newtons into distance between A and B. That is 1 meter. So 60 into 1 equal to 60 Newton meter. Here this is anti-clockwise direction. Okay. So you have to consider positive sign. In similar way, the resultant, the moment of force 50 newtons equal to 50 into distance 2.5. Okay, moment of force about point A. So you have to consider distance between point A and force. So here the distance is 2.5 meters and force is 50. It is also acting upward direction, that is the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so you have to consider positive sign. So plus 125 Newton meter. In similar way, the moment of force F4 equal to force into distance. Here the distance between point A and the force is 4 meters. And this force is acting downward. It forms a clockwise couple, that is negative sign. Okay, you have to consider negative sign 18 newtons into distance 4 meters. Okay, minus 320 Newton meter. In similar way, the resultant moment of resultant equal to, here this resultant force acting towards down, so it forms a clockwise couple. So you have to consider negative sign. Here the force is 70 and distance is x. We have to determine the value of x. This indicates this x distance indicates the position of the resultant. Okay, already we know the formula for Verignas or principle of moments. Moment of resultant about point A equals sum of all moments about the same point A. Okay, so this is the moment of resultant. So minus 70 into x, minus 70 into x is the resultant of the moment. Moment of resultant, moment of resultant equal to minus 70 into x equal to sum of all other forces. Okay, other moments. So here plus 60, 0 plus 60 plus 125 minus 320. Okay, these 4 are the individual forces. This one is the resultant of these 4 forces. Okay, so from this equation you can get the value of x equal to 1.92 meters. Okay, so here the distance x is 1.92. That means this resultant force lies between, this resultant force lies between B and C. Okay, yeah, this is the position of the resultant. because the distance x is 1.92. So here from here to here, the distance is 1.92. That is x. X equal to 1.92. So this is the position of the resultant. Okay, the resultant lies between point B and C. Okay, so this is the answer. Now coming to the another problem. If a couple force is acting on the previous problem, if you are considering a couple, this is the couple force acting on the rigid bar, then how to determine the resultant and position of the resultant, magnitude, direction and position of the resultant, how to solve? Okay, so this is the remaining forces are same, only I consider this couple force. Okay, now in similar manner you have to find out the magnitude and direction. There is no change in answer. Okay, so here don't consider couple force for determining of resultant. For determining of magnitude and direction of resultant, don't consider this couple force. Okay, so these are the sign conversions, and this is the fx equal to 0. There is no horizontal force. Fy equal to minus 100 plus 60 plus 50 minus 80. Okay, procedure is same. Here, don't consider couple force. Okay, here this is the resultant. Resultant equals 17 newtons and direction equal 90 degrees. Same. Answer is same as the previous problem. Okay. Now you have to consider this couple force in moment of force. Okay, that's here. For determining position of the resultant, you have to consider this couple force. Okay. Now for clockwise couple, you have to consider negative sign. For anti-clockwise couple, you have to consider positive sign. Okay, these are the important sign conversions for determining the moment of force. Okay, already these remaining forces are same as discussed in previous. Okay, now this is the formula, already we know that. So here I consider couple force. Okay, positive sign for anti-clockwise, negative sign for clockwise. Okay, here this is the clockwise couple. Okay, this is the clockwise couple, so you have to consider negative sign. So minus 70. Don't consider distance for couple force. Okay, don't consider distance for couple force because the units for couple force in Newton meter. Okay, so don't consider distance for couple. Okay, so here this is the only difference between previous problem and this problem. Okay, only you have to consider couple force in moment of force. Okay, so here the x value is 2.92 meters. 2.92 meters means the resultant, this is the position of the resultant. So here in this problem, the resultant lies between C and D point. Okay, because from point A to C, the distance is 2.5, but our x distance is 2.92. So it must lies between point C and D. Okay, this is the position of the resultant. Okay, from point A to resultant, the distance is x. Okay. Now coming to the another problem, it is very important for exam point of view. Okay, this is 100 Newton force, F1 is acting at a point A, and this is the second force, F2 equal 40 newtons. It makes an angle 60 degrees with respect to x-axis. Okay, The distance is 1 meter. And here this is the vertical force 50 newtons. Now here this is the inclined force. It makes an angle 30 degrees with respect to the horizontal. Okay, and the distance is 4 meters from the point A. Okay. Now, how to solve this problem? You have to find out the way, magnitude, direction, and position of the resultant with respect to point A. Okay. So, for this problem, you have to convert these two inclined forces into horizontal and vertical forces. Okay. So, here I consider this vertical force as it is at point A, and for converting this inclined force 40 Newton force, I use this formula. Okay, force F2 lies in second quadrant. You can observe this is a second quadrant position. So this is the actual position. Here 60 degrees is the angle. Now this force is acting away from the origin. So you have to consider X and Y components also away from the origin. Okay, this is the adjacent side. So you have to consider cos theta for adjacent sides. For opposite sides, you have to consider sin theta. So this is the vertical force and this is the horizontal force. So here I converted this inclined force into X component and Y component like this. Here this is the Y component. Y component equal to 40 sin 60. And this is the X component. Yeah, this is the X component. 40 cos 60 is the X component at point B. Okay. Now you have to consider this 50 Newton force as it is at point C. Now you have to convert this force F4 18 newtons into horizontal and vertical force. Here this force lies in first quadrant. You can observe this 18 newtons force acting towards origin. So you have to consider X and Y components also towards origin. Okay. Here this is the adjacent sides. So cos theta. This is the opposite side. So we have to consider sin theta. So 80 cos 30. This is the 80 sin 30. Now I am considering these two forces at point D. Okay, this is the vertical force 80 sin 30. Now this is the horizontal force at point D equal to 80 cos 30. Okay. Now I converted these two inclined forces into horizontal and vertical forces. Now you have to consider this diagram for determining the resultant. Okay. Now in this diagram, it consists of horizontal forces and vertical forces. Now you have to add all horizontal forces. Sum of all horizontal forces equal to, this one is minus. For left side direction, you have to consider minus sign. So minus 40 cos 60. This one also horizontal force minus 80 cos 30. These two are the horizontal forces. So sum of all horizontal forces equal to minus 89.28 newtons. Okay. For left side direction, you have to consider negative sign. Okay. That's why I consider negative sign. Okay. Now sum of all vertical forces. Sum of all vertical forces. 100 newton force acting towards down. So minus 100 and this one is acting upward, so plus 40 sin 60. This one also acting upward, so plus 50. This one acting downward, so minus 80 sin 30. Okay, so Fy equal to minus 55.35 newtons. Okay, now you have to find out the magnitude of a resultant. Already we know the formula for magnitude of the resultant. Resultant equal to square root of horizontal forces square plus vertical forces square. So here the horizontal force is minus 89.28 newtons and the vertical force is minus 55.35 newtons. So this is the resultant, magnitude of a resultant. Okay, 105.05 newtons is the magnitude of a resultant. Now the direction of the resultant, theta x equal to tan inverse of summation Fy by Fx, sum of all vertical forces divided by sum of all horizontal forces. So here the value is theta x equal to 31.79 degrees. Okay, so the resultant makes an angle 31.79 degrees with respect to the x-axis. Okay, theta x means resultant force makes an angle 31.79 degrees with respect to the x-axis. Okay, so here I calculated resultant, magnitude of resultant and direction of resultant. Now you have to find out the position of the resultant. For determining the position, you have to consider moment of force. Already we know the formula for moment of force. These are the sign conversions for couples. Moment of force equal force into perpendicular distance. Okay, the moment of force 100 newtons about point A. About point A equal to 100 into 0 distance. Here, this 100 newtons force acting on the same point A. So there is no perpendicular distance. So 0 is the perpendicular distance. So the answer is 0. Now 40 cos 60. 40 cos 60 also acting towards point A. Okay. So this 40 cos 60 horizontal force acting towards point A. So there is no perpendicular distance. So this one also 0. Now 40 sin 60. The moment of force 40 sin 60 about point A. It is acting upward at a distance of 1 meter from point A. So this is 1 meter is the perpendicular distance between force 40 sin 60 and point A. Okay. So this force is acting upward. So it forms a anti-clockwise couple. So you have to consider positive sign plus 40 sin 60 into 1. Okay, 34.64 Newton meter. Now this force is acting upward. So it forms a counterclockwise couple. So you have to consider positive sign. And it is at a distance of 2.5 meters from point A. So the 2.5 meters is the perpendicular distance. So moment of force 15 newtons equal to plus 15 to 2.5. Now the moment of force 80 cos 30. For this horizontal force, here you can observe this horizontal force acting towards point A. Okay, so there is no perpendicular distance between force 80 cos 30 and point A. Okay, it lies on same line. Okay, therefore 0 distance for horizontal force. For vertical force, you can observe this vertical force acting towards down. So the distance between point A and this vertical force is 4 meters. This is the perpendicular distance between 80 sin 30 and point A. Okay, so it is acting towards down, so it forms a clockwise couple. So minus sign for clockwise, so minus 80 sin 30 into 4 equal to minus 160 Newton meter is the moment of force of a 80 Newton force. Okay, now by adding these forces, you can get the value of sum of all moments about point A. Okay, here MA equal to 0 plus 0 plus plus 34.64 plus 125 plus 0 minus 160. Now sum of all moments about point A. Sum of all moments about point A equal to minus 0.36 Newton meter. Here the letter M indicates moment and suffix A indicates about point A. Okay. So sum of all moments about point A equal to minus 0.36 Newton meter. From principle, from Bergmann's theorem or principle of moments, moment of resultant equal to sum of all other forces. Okay, sum of all moment of forces about point A. Here I converted this resultant force into horizontal component and vertical component. That's why I consider separately So here Fy into X distance equal to Ma. This right side equation is known as Ma. Okay. So Fy into X equal to Ma. X distance equal to sum of all moments about point A divided by sum of all vertical forces. Minus 0.36 is the value of Ma and minus 55.35 is the value of Fy. Okay. So this is the horizontal distance between the point A and the resultant force. Okay. Now in similar way, the vertical distance between resultant and point A is Y. Okay. Y is the vertical distance between the point A and resultant. Okay. This is the formula for Y. Ma equal to 0.36 and Fx equal to minus 89.28. So the distance, vertical distance equal to 0.004 meters. Okay, this is the answer for this problem. In next class, I will explain about this switch. Okay, in next class, I will explain how to solve the resultant or magnitude or direction and position of resultant for this problem. Okay, please all of you try this problem. Okay, in next class I will explain. Okay, just try this. How to determine magnitude, direction, and position of a resultant for this problem. Okay, please note down and try this problem. Tomorrow I will explain. Okay.